Okay, back to our unit conversions. I'm going to call this example 1. Convert 3.4 weeks into seconds. So we start off with 3.4 weeks, and I'm going to abbreviate it WKS. Put it over 1. Nothing wrong with that because 3.4 weeks divided by 1 is still 3.4 weeks. So that's legal. Now we're going to multiply it times a fraction that's going to essentially be the multiplicative identity, 1, where weeks is on the bottom. So you have to ask yourself now, what do we know about weeks? How many what's in a week? I do know that there's 7 days. 7 days in 1 week. And the reason this is good to use 7 days is because days is smaller than weeks and we want to move in the direction of seconds. So, because it would be theoretically it would work to say there's, 52 weeks, I'm not sure, 52 weeks in a year, but that would be getting us into larger units, so we don't want to do that. This would still be a multiplicative identity though, a 1, because 1 year is equal to 52 weeks, if there really are 52 weeks, I'm not sure about that. But it would still be a 1, it's just it wouldn't benefit us because we would get bigger and bigger units. So we do want to move in the direction of seconds. 1 week, there are 7 days. So this times this doesn't change this because this is just a 1, but it's going to change the appearance of this value, which is what we want. We want to change the appearance of 3.4 weeks and see what it appears to be in terms of seconds. So days, in 1 day, how many, let's say, hours? 24 hours in a day. And as long as this is equal to that, then that's okay to multiply by. If this is equal to that, 24 hours is equal to 1 day, then it's legal to multiply it by that. So the funny thing about this is we're just multiplying what they gave us times 1, times 1, times 1. So we know, since we're just multiplying times 1, we're going to get the truth because multiplying times 1 doesn't change the amount that we started with. Put hours on the bottom. In 1 hour, there's 60 minutes. Now we do it again. You always set it up where minutes cancel with minutes. And then you ask yourself, what do I know about minutes? Well, I know there's 60 seconds in a minute. And now we can cross-cancel weeks, days, hours, minutes, and we're left with seconds. And now we just multiply this number times that number times that times that times that, and find out what that is. And then the bottoms, all just 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. All the units on the bottom are gone. So let's multiply that out. Some really big number, 2,056,320. So on the top we end up with 2,056,320 seconds, because that's still there, over 1, which we don't have to write the 1. And that's how you do this. And because this is just a 1, and that's just a 1, and that's just a 1, and that's just a 1, we know that we're okay. And that's one of the overall themes, the overlying themes that I want all my students to walk away from this with is they can really know what they're doing is right, because every one of these is just a 1, and we all know anything times 1 is just the identity of what you started with. But in this case, 3.4 weeks, the identity in terms of seconds is this huge number, which is what you would expect because there's an awful lot of seconds in a week, in 3.4 weeks especially. So that's how you do these.